Well, hello guys, it's the normal playing guy, and right, everyone's done a video on this, so I'm doing a video on this. This is the details for us global players to be on the unification schedule happening, well, anytime now actually. I'm going to jump into a few of the most important parts, but most importantly, also as well, this is the introduction for this guy. We get him ahead of Topo, who would have normally have been the Dokkan. But now we're going to be getting this guy instead. So a quick one. They finally revealed all the details that are going to happen. I imagine they're starting in the worldwide download celebration purely because that is typically unified anyway. Typically, that is a shared same deal thing. And of course, they probably want to get it done for the 10th anniversary, which for global will be coming up in February, 6 months down the line. Kid you not. So they will iron out a few kinks. What are the few kinks that they're doing? There are a whole bunch of new things to be fast forwarded. As expected, there's a lot of new content that we would get slammed on. Imagine every part we are going to get from here on out, there'll be an additional part. We will get all the units prior slapped on. So the worldwide download celebration, which would be what, 450 million downloads or something like that, while everyone gets the same new units, we'll also be getting some of the older units just to catch up. That's how it's done. That's it. And they say that in here. I paused it specifically on this screen because we need to talk about mainly the things that are not going to happen. There, a lot of this is very, very minimal. There is one, however, one kind of semi big deal. So the main big deal is all the login bonuses and the login missions and some of the other daily missions that you would have gathered between here and the next, well, I don't know, what's the waiting period, 5 6 months for the unit, is that. Would there be any specific campaign missions, like clear X amount with certain person, equip several orbs, all that kind of stuff? There's also a bunch of stones there that could be missed out. That we could be talking anywhere between 50 and a few hundred stones between here and then that would have been missing. And so from that point, we're not going to get it. So we are going to get strictly the mission based rewards with the new units and the new content, but anything on the login period or other kind of stuff, we will miss out on. That being said, that's the only negative thing. So what they've decided to do is to draw a blank slate and they'll come up with a new summon system. But they'll also transfer a lot of the existing stuff over, with the exception of how the Japanese have styled certain things. Now, the main difference is really when it says like titles of designs, missions, and events, how they can be described or translated or just detailed in one country might just be different towards another. It will be the exact same thing. It might just have a slight tweak in a particular thing. When it refers to character rarity, type, and link skills, I can't think of anything that is strictly different because they're now fixed. You could think the physical Goku Black, but it's now been fixed. So for any particular reason, that one particular there might have been like a when the first servers first came out, one of the first ever units might have just been on JP only. So there you go, and that's it. That might be one of the first few ones. One of the older units, or some of the random ones that are in there, or any particular variations or something. Boom, they're going to be staying the same, but everything else will be. And you know what? The rarity type and link skills that will differ will be. I honestly can't think of anything or any one unit in particular that's going to be out. And again, the titles and design of the missions is purely just going to be a visual thing because it literally says there's no difference in rewards. But yeah, so the merchandising when it comes to the discounted Dragonstones and packs, there's going to be a new summon system, as they've said, because we have. So I suppose JP have a very hardcore, very competitive side of summoning, but they don't have tickets. They might have discounted summons, but they don't do tickets, and they don't. I don't know if they particularly allow gambling in terms of these, in terms of the packs you can buy. You might be able to, but over on the international side, the rest of the world, for the most part. allows you to do it. There are some where it's like Belgium, that you just cannot buy packs, period, in Belgium because it's considered gambling or something along those lines. Or you might not be able to buy that many stones because it's considered gambling, period. So with that kind of case in mind, Global might lose out on tickets, like because that was always a big thing that JP never had. But now we're going to get a fair new system that will benefit all countries. So it's not really going to be any different. Your multi summon's going to be a guaranteed SSR. You'll still get 10 coins. 10 coins per multi summon. That kind of deal, right? So it's not going to be terrible. But yes, there might be some variation in terms of how you're going to buy things. So again, certain countries you'll be able to, because of gambling laws, you'll be able to buy that, and then some you will not. So if you're in from my end of the woods, you'll be able to buy. Nothing will change. Literally, nothing will change other than just a new summon system. I don't know if that'll have a pity system. Possibly something to play around with. It's the one chance where they could implement like a particular feature where you could get the guaranteed featured after X amount of summons, like or perhaps you're guaranteed a featured after 10 summons, something like that. This is their chance to fix it. That's the main no-nos. For the most part, what they do say is absolutely everything in terms of basically this, all the characters, campaigns, events, from here on out, and every particular campaign and event strictly for it, not like the login bonuses or anything. And not like, for example, the Cabbage Patch or the cooler mission camping, the cool movie camping in the beginning where you could get random rewards based on luck just for logging in. Like, we'll lose on that. But all the other stuff strictly related is coming up here. In fact, it's coming up fast. We have the current we got a trio of LREZAs being slammed in the 8th, and I believe Tech UI Goku also drops around the 8th as well. So that's it. With that, that's mainly going to be it. But then the rest of the video, they like to just play around with this guy. He is obviously up now. Yes, it was Topo, but I guess they want to bring in this. This guy, I feel like bit of a waste because, well, here's the problem. No matter from here on out, no matter where you are going to release him, you're going to struggle because you got the worldwide download celebration units coming in, and arguably they're going to be some of the best units in the game. There's one of 3 particular times of the year where it's going to be fantastic, and this is one of them. Some of the best hype units in going. And you think last year when we had there were part 1 and part 2, where you have like the LR Vegito, insanely offensive unit. Then you had Tech Zamasu, yeah, pretty good as well. Bunch of LR EZAs that made the Future Saga and the Extreme Class Realm of Gods absolutely mental. But in this particular case, you're going to be summoning on them, then you're going to be summoning on this. And after we've just rinsed our wallets on the 9th anniversary, this just seems like a trap. The amount of people who are going to have this is either going to be pure YOLO or it's just going to be whales, period. Right? You're either going to have luck, insane luck, or just money just to buy him outright. The banners are probably going to be the same. We could probably have a quick peek in terms of what the banners were, I suppose. It won't be something special. They'll slap on some random unit in there. Do not expect Beast and Gammas to be here. No, it's not a thing. Do not expect the 9th anniversary units to be on here. Nope. It's just going to be some other units, really. I think LR Jiren's on there, so good luck with that. The AGL UI Goku's probably on there, I believe. So again, good luck with that, considering you've just pulled him on this banner and easy aid him. So yeah, he's a great unit, and I'm sure we'll go through a video itself. But mainly it was just to have a quick discussion as to this, the do's and the don'ts, the wills and the won'ts. So yes, really nothing's going to change. It just won't. You'll have. Well, no, actually, because the only thing that's majorly going to change is the summon system. And it's not, but when I say major, that is the only major thing that the game is going to do. But for most people, it isn't. And again, when it comes to the slight differences, since the rewards are the same, it's just literally just cosmetic. It's just visual. It would mean then that the best version is going to be global, because 99% of the pops that actually be able to play this game probably speak and read English. So this is going to be it. It's only going to be one country that's going to prefer the other one. Now that global's on sync, global will be hands down the best. There'll be no need to have the Japanese version, which is only ironically not long come to the global play stores, which is kind of funny. But yeah, anyway, real good news. They'll iron out a few kinks. There will be glitches. There will be kinks. It'll just be take your patience. By the time it hits the 10th anniversary, then that's going to be all probably smooth. So personally, I'd say, well, I mean, you can summon on who you want, but personally, you probably just want to save, period. All the units that are coming out in the next month are all going to be again in 6 months' time. It really isn't an issue. And we got some strong units enough that like, you don't need this unit. The current Easy 8 LR is also so bonkers. You don't need this guy. But anyway, the point is, yeah. So this is the unification, as they call it, the global sync. Why they just don't just call it the global sync? It's strange. It's not. They struggle to pronounce those large words. Don't try and do it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'm sure you've seen everybody else's, and yeah, if you made it this far, you've seen mine. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Let me know how you think. I think this would be a good thing. I'm hoping I'm clear enough. Remember, nothing much will change. It's purely just going to be like tell me if you're going to be one of the affected people. Tell me. But other than that, yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. And bye, everybody.